The mid-market is very important because philosophically, VMware is much aligned with the mid-market. We're about standardization, simplicity, and agility, and the mid-market is all about doing more with less, and we think we have a great solution there for the mid-market customer. The value of events like MES is that it allows us to connect with the leading mid-market organizations and really hear what their pain points are and make sure that our solutions align properly. Hybrid cloud today can be very complex because you're dealing with many providers who have a vested interest in keeping your workloads there forever. What we think you should be looking at is solutions that provide consistent management, consistent tools, and flexibility across environments. So you may decide one day the private cloud is better, whereas another day a public cloud solution might be better. And you should have the flexibility as a business to make those decisions on your own without having to worry about lock-in from a particular provider. Oftentimes, public cloud can be an enabler for agility, but at the same time, it can also be more costly for a well-run enterprise. So you might want to think about using public cloud to fund new development projects and to take more risks and more chances as a business because you have a lower capital outlay. However, those successful projects, you might find it is more cost competitive to run those in your private cloud today. Or you might have some data dependencies or other application-specific reasons or compliance reasons where you have to keep your data physically secured because that IP is sensitive to the business. Lowering costs for us is about looking at the total cost of ownership. A big principle we have is that automation should be a feature. It should not be a professional service. So we're delivering stacks that are highly virtualized, that put all of the value in software, that automate across all of the different management components, so that a typical small business organization can simply put our stack in and can see the results of the private cloud immediately. They don't have to make a multi-$100,000 or multi-million-dollar investment in professional services to build all those automations. You simply get that with our platform. Yeah, pros and cons of OpenStack. OpenStack is a very important cloud management layer that we see as a part of the stack, and that's how most of our customers view it as well. It is not just a panacea and will not just run the entire cloud on your own, because the amount of staffing that you would need to build and maintain that is typically not something most organizations are into. So instead, they want a trusted vendor. They want a trusted partner that can help them integrate with OpenStack, which VMware does very well, and then use OpenStack where it's most appropriate. For example, integration with DevOps tools or integration with a new bleeding edge technology that's not a part of a standardized API offering from VMware as an example of that. So at the end of the day, OpenStack gives you flexibility that you might need going forward. And for areas where you want to have greater business agility, that's where OpenStack can become important, or you see that as a competitive advantage. For the more commoditized types of things that you just want to automate, just look to get that in the platform, like from VMware with our vCloud Automation Center product. Mobility today has been mostly the Wild West. There's business units that just consume web services as an example, outside of IT. And what can happen is an account might get provisioned for a contractor, and that contractor leaves the organization and the account is never deprovisioned. So simply reining in all of these various ways to deliver applications is important to most CIOs. If you think about the landscape today, that means Windows, web, and mobile. And you need a strategic vendor and strategic solutions that can address all of those different application silos so that I can safely provision and deprovision those types of workloads, and also provide users the flexibility they need.